Hi guys, it's Michelle, Deception Bytes, and no, really it is. And I'm bringing you the latest Q. Of course, the latest Q for me will not be the latest Q for you because I did not post yesterday. I was unable to. So these are actually yesterday's posts. That today is the 23rd of June. It's 11:02 p.m. Eastern Time, and Q has not posted yet today. If he posts at all, which I doubt, it's already 11 o'clock, but hey, you never know with Q. So this will bring us up to date at any rate. So if you will recall from the last video, we kind of stopped here with this picture. Let me go out and show you right here of big letter Q with an American flag in it. And this man, I presume, wearing a lanyard with Trump Pence. This is the rally in Duluth, Minnesota that was just happened actually. And it says VIP, and underneath on his shirt, I would presume this is on his shirt, it says, why is this relevant? Well, let's go back. So that was where we left off, and Q of course said, now that's what I call a VIP. Now let's go up to this post, and this is from yesterday, and it is he is saying January 20th 2017, of course, when he took office, to June 20th, 2018, exactly 17 months. Do you believe in coincidences? God bless you all. Q. Now, what's he talking about? Well, January 20th, 2017 to June 20th, 2018 is, as he says, exactly 17 months. Well, what is the significance of the letter 17? Well, the 17th letter in the alphabet, of course, is Q. So Q is saying, do you believe in coincidences? Because here, Q called out the man wearing the Q shirt, but let's look here. Now, I'm going to have to take you out to the actual Q board to show you this. So let's look at this. And now, the guy in the Q shirt yells something, but I'm not able to make it out. I don't know if you were able to make it out or not, but oops. Oh well, something went, I don't know. Anyway, it's late. So he's pointing out, like, Trump actually stops and claps, and he literally points to the shirt. So, you know, he's calling attention to it. Now, if Q was a LARP, or, you know, something that President Trump did not approve of, do you not think he would call it out at that point and say, look, this is fake news right here. This is fake. This whole Q stuff. You can be assured that Trump knows exactly what's going on with Q and knows. And if it was not so, I believe he would call it out like he calls everything else out that's not real. So that's my take on that. Another point, and I'd need to go out and find it. I've been a little bit short on time, but there's another point where he stops and he makes the letter Q in the air. And it is most definitely a letter Q because it would make no sense in the context of what the context of what he does. Like it doesn't make sense. It would, you know, usually people's hand signals go along with what they're saying, but this Q came out of nowhere. So I will try to find that for you guys and let you see it at a later date if you have not already seen it. All right, let's go on. Now, Q here is pointing to this post that he just posted saying January 20th to June 20th, exactly 17 months. Do you believe in coincidences? God bless you all. Q. And he's pointing to this and he's saying, we told you proofs were going to be important very soon. New eyes. Be ready. 5-5. We thank you for your service. Q. So what he's saying is he told us, the Q team rather, told us that the proofs were going to be very important because there's new eyes on the board. Every day there's more and more people that are waking up and they're coming to the boards to search these things out to see if they're so and to see, okay, what is there really proof of this? So these proofs are important to help those people, the new eyes that are on the board. And Q says, be ready. 5-5. Now, 5-5, and the last time I asked what that meant, and several people told me that that's like, clear communications. That's the clearest. Are we all clear is what he's saying. Are we all clear? And then he says, we thank you for your service. So I think what he's asking us is, how we take the proofs and we put them side by side. And for people that are new, they can look at that and they can go, oh, wow. Because not everybody's going to go back and dig and try to find the posts and put them together. So making these memes is very important to the cause. And it helps those that are just newly awakening. Now, then he responds to this one that he just posted. We told you proofs were going to be important very soon. And he says, we stand, we fight, together, organized riots being planned, countermeasures in place. So I would assume when he says organized riots being planned, that these are riots against POTUS, against Q per se, but probably not against Q per se, but more against POTUS and, silly things that they're coming up with that, they're trying to do anything to change the narrative at this point. Countermeasures are in place. So he's letting us know, okay, yeah, we know that there's organized riots, but we've got countermeasures in place. So just relax. Resistance far smaller than portrayed by mainstream media. So he's saying, look, it looks like there's this massive resistance to POTUS, but there really isn't. It's not as big as the mainstream media lets on. And he's saying attacks will intensify. You collectively are a massive threat. And of course we are. Of course we are. Censorship applied to scale down impact reach. And he's saying here that, all these algorithms and the censorship with YouTube and the censorship with Facebook and Twitter and all this, it's to scale down the impact because that anything to do with Q is censored. Anything to do with several topics is censored. So this, scales down the impact, but it doesn't really get rid of it. I mean, it's growing despite everything that the left is doing. It's growing. So Q says it's failing. And we'd have to agree with that. It is failing. Trust yourself. Public awakening, Q. And I would agree that the public is waking up to this. Now, then Q responds to this post, we stand together, we fight together, and he says, Q&A Saturday, time to be determined, Q. Now, Saturday, that's today, all day until it's not today. And so the Q&A didn't happen. But up here, something must have happened to delay it, to necessitate it being rescheduled. Because Q is saying here, Q&A reschedule, forthcoming, Q. So we don't know what's going on, but we know that Q is busier than just sitting around on a big fat rump and thinking, gee, I wonder what I could post on the forum next. He's busy. So if he had to reschedule, we can bet that it was for a very important reason. So we can rest in that and know that it's coming, the question and answer period with Q. And I think that it's probably going to be very fruitful. I'm really looking forward to it. I would like to be able to ask some questions of my own, and probably you do as well. So this is the opportunity to do that. If you don't know how to post on 8chan, maybe you could leave your question for someone else to ask that is familiar with posting, so that we all get heard and we all have a voice, because that's what the whole point is. So that is the end of the Q post, but I just threw in a few extra things here just for, for free. This I kind of liked. Well, actually, I really liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked it so much, I'm going to show you. It says, don't underestimate President Trump. And then it says, he'll never beat Hillary. And then he did. He'll never pass tax reform, and then he did. I'll never get 3% growth. He'll never get 3% growth, and then he did. Hang on here. He'll never move the embassy, and then he did. He'll never bring North Korea to the table, and then he did. Starting to see a pattern? I like that. Whoever did this meme did a really good job. I salute you, fellow patriot. And then there's this. Moments ago, press secretary tweeted, "Last night I was told by the owner of Red Hen in Lexington, Virginia to leave because I work for @POTUS, and I politely left." So then there's her actions say, I like this. "Last night I was told by the owner of Red Hen in Lexington, Virginia to leave because I work for POTUS and I politely left." Her actions say far more about her than about me. I always do my best to treat people, including those I disagree with, respectfully, and will continue to do so. And you know why that is, Sarah Sanders? That's because you have class and dignity. That's why. I don't really get it. You know, the liberals want to force a Christian bakery to bake a cake for a gay wedding, but they also feel like, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm like, it's that time of night when my brain shuts off, but my mouth doesn't. So I was trying to make a point there, but in the middle of making it, I lost it. I'm just being honest with you. No, I haven't been drinking. Okay, and here's Mark Meadows. New reports of DOJ, FBI compliance with document requests are not accurate. While they have turned over additional documents, the new documents represent a small percentage of what they owe. The notion that DOJ, FBI have been forthcoming with Congress is false. I think it's time for impeachment, personally, and not of POTUS. Rod Rosenstein, hand over the documents. Give us the documents, Rod Rosenstein. Now, I liked this as well. I liked it so much, I'm going to share it with you. You had a hunch the news system was rigged and you couldn't put your finger on it, huh? Excuse me. This might solve the puzzle. ABC News executive producer Ian Cameron is married to Susan Rice, National Security Advisor. CBS President David Rhodes is the brother of Ben Rhodes, Obama's Deputy National Security Advisor for Strategic Communications. ABC News correspondent Claire Shipman is married to former White House Press Secretary Jay Carney. ABC News and Univision reporter Matthew Jaffe is married to Katie Hogan, Obama's Deputy Press Secretary. Gee, I can't imagine why the news is biased. Can't imagine why. Can you? And that's it for tonight. I will be back probably tomorrow night, hopefully, with more Q. If not, if Q has not posted, then I will post something else. I've got some other things in the works. So I will talk to you later. Have a good night. Enjoy your Sunday. Stay safe.